So let's now go ahead and put all the pieces together for Lesson 1. Achieving mastery of software development requires continuous repetition, practice, and mentoring from experts. Patterns help to codify software expertise and helps to support design at a more abstract level than code. By applying patterns, you'll be able to focus on design as design without being distracted by some of the low-level idiosyncrasies of programming and programming languages. One of the nice characteristics about this, for example, is it allows us to be able to implement these patterns in a variety of different programming languages. You can implement the observer pattern in Java, C++, C, C#, Python, Ruby, and so on. And these languages don't even have to be object-oriented languages. They can be general-purpose languages, they can be specialty languages, and you can often implement the same patterns in very similar ways, which gives you a more design-centric way of looking at your solutions. Patterns also allow us to be able to treat these recurring class and object relationships in a more cohesive conceptual unit. For example, we can think about observer, and then we can think about using it to combine together with other related patterns to form broader pattern sequences and pattern languages. We can combine observer with adapters and strategies and proxies in order to be able to expand the scope of the pattern across address spaces. Patterns are also ideal targets for various kinds of refactoring and reimplementation approaches. You can take legacy code that's broken up into lots of pieces, strewn around in a big ball of mud or a big bowl of spaghetti, and you can readily refactor it using patterns like adapters and various kinds of facades and wrapper facades and so on in order to make the solution more cohesive, easier to understand, have a more expressive and concise surface area, which helps to simplify maintenance and evolution and sustainment. We will primarily be focusing on using patterns in the context of detailed design and implementation, but be aware that you can apply a pattern-oriented approach to many other phases of the life cycle as well. For example, you can apply it during the analysis phase, you can apply it during design and reviews, you can apply it for testing and documentation, reuse and refactoring. So it's a broad spectrum approach that can be applied to many different parts of the software lifecycle. So in summary, you should always seek out generality when applying patterns, but don't make the mistake of trying to recast everything as a pattern. It doesn't make a lot of sense to talk about the linked list pattern or the quicksort pattern. It might make sense to talk about different classes of sorting algorithms, comparison and exchange versus divide and conquer, for example.